One really common misconception that a lot of people have about star seeds is most star seeds don't have it easy at all. We hear words like that and we get this picture in our mind of this enlightened being who's meditating and floating on a cloud and no. No. I can't speak for every star seed on the planet because there's a really big team of us, but a lot of the star seeds that I've seen, that I've met, that I've encountered share one thing in common very frequently. Life sucked for a while. And for lots of star seeds, it sucks the whole time they're here. And the reason why is because, again, there is a big team of the star seeds who have never been here before. Not all of them. No, not all of them, but a big, huge bunch of them have never been here before. So they're operating in 5D consciousness from the minute they step foot on the planet. And those of us who are grown adults now, when we step foot on the planet, we were in the lowest vibrations of 3D. So you take a being in 5D consciousness and wipe their memory clean and then stick them in the third dimension. They have no fucking clue what they're doing here. This place is so weird and strange and foreign, and you stick out like a sore thumb. Oh man, you stick out like a sore thumb. Very frequently you'll be pointed at, laughed at, made fun of, not even knowing why. A lot of the star seeds tend to be that person that just doesn't fit in no matter how hard they try. And the reason why you can try to fit in and it doesn't work is because you're radiating a completely different energy. You walk into a room full of crowded people and you disrupt the entire vibration of that whole room. See, the whole room is filled with long-term humans who have been recycling through the human experience over and over and over. So their third dimensional vibration has been casted and reinforced and casted and reinforced and casted and reinforced to where their vibration is just like a rock solid 3D human. And you walk in to a room filled with all these humans and you bring your 5D consciousness and that high frequency into that room, it's going to disrupt the room. Everybody's going to feel it. They don't know why. They just look at you because your energy is just radiating and they don't like it. Oh no, they don't like it. You don't fit in. You don't play that 3D game of trying to fit in. And even if you do try, it makes you look even stupider. It's really, really, really rough. Very difficult. Now, again, I argue that if you want to have an easier experience, I personally have found that the best thing you can do is learn how to play some of these human games. See, when it comes to the 3D human game, you can't interfere from the outside anyway. The only way to make a difference is to incarnate into the game and influence and affect the game from the inside. So you're doing it no matter what you do. However, if you would like to smooth your path out and make the experience a little bit smoother and a little bit easier, learn how to play some of these human games. Learn how to play a couple of the little human games. And then once you get in there and you start playing along, then that's when you make little tweaks, plant little seeds, do little things. And then that's when it becomes a little bit easier to not just arbitrarily disrupt the human game, but do it with some intention. Do it with some class. Do it with some style. That's what I've found. at least. But again, it really doesn't matter. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. It's just that if you are a starseed here in this human game and you are just not having fun, I don't blame you. You do not enjoy it. You have no interest in playing the human game. You don't understand. You don't comprehend the human game. You don't have any interest in understanding or playing the human game. I get it. I get it. No judgment. Not mad at you. Just saying that's going to make for an extremely miserable experience. Extremely. So, yeah, we always tend to hear that word thrown around like it's a virtue. Like being a starseed makes you better than, and it doesn't. I would argue that most of the actual starseeds here are the people that you long-term humans make fun of. They're the outcasts. They're the weirdos that nobody really wants to be around. And not all of them, like I said, but if I had to guess just from all the starseeds that I've seen and met, I'd say a good 75% of them. Good 75% of the starseeds are the weirdos. A lot of them end up committing crimes and get put in jail. Most of them that I have met have struggled with addiction and alcoholism because that's the only way they can cope. It's the only way they can cope because the 3D experience is painful. It's incredibly painful. It's very hard. And that's the only way they can cope. To numb the pain. To even get the slightest bit of a taste of what home is like. Get fucked up, get drunk, block it all out, you know? Now, I'm not condoning that. I'm not condoning that. Absolutely not. I'm stating a fact. There's a difference between an excuse and a reason. Not saying it excuses it. I'm not saying it makes addiction and alcoholism okay or acceptable. Absolutely not. However, it is a fact, and that's the reason. So, like I said, if you would rather stray away from those things, which are really hurting your human experience, and figure out how to create an easier experience here in this thick, dense human dimension, learn some of the rules of the 3D human game. One of the most important rules is the whole point of the human game is growth and evolution. So how do you grow and how do you evolve? Through pain, stress, and pressure. That's the whole point of the game. So when you come here and incarnate in the 3D human game, you are going to endure pain, trauma, stress, and pressure. Now, until you learn how to intentionally lean into it and grow and evolve with a conscious intention, then this matrix has to throw pain and suffering at you. And that's just the way it is. I would recommend learning the energetic rules of the 3D human game. And you get in there and play it. It's going to suck either way. Either you learn to play the game and you purposely lean into the pain, or you don't learn to play the game and the matrix is just going to throw pain at you. It's going to suck either way. There is no easy way to experience this 3D human game, period. The 3D humans have been building this game for longer than you can even wrap your mind around. They've built and constructed this game very, very strategically. You're not going to manipulate it. You're not going to outsmart it. You're not going to work around it. You may as well get in there and play the game and then start making your changes. It'll make your experience here on Earth a little bit easier. I know at least one person needed to hear that. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.